Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, Professor Abdi Guliye also filed his affidavit in response to Azimio la Umoja, the presidential petition in Supreme Court. And I can promise you that in the Supreme Court, we are going to have a battle. And it's not friendly fire, as anyone will look at it. And having read that affidavit by Abdi Guliye, I think Kenyans and the stakeholders, political stakeholders in this country, or rather in this presidential race, must be very critical on what the information they are consuming. Abdi Guliye seems to be diverting the attention of this case, because what Azimio la Umoja was saying is that there was hacking, numbers were manipulated, and so Ruto did not achieve the 50+1% vote. So, in terms of defense, I think the IBC was supposed to give us what exactly are their numbers. But reading the affidavit by Abdi Guliye, it actually shows you someone who is diverting the attention. Now, I just want you to, because this is something that is an affidavit, and now as I do this analysis that touches on the law, I would like to do a lot of direct quoting, so that that's the best way to optimize our objectivity. He's actually saying that Security Council warned Chebukati from declaring William Ruto as the president-elect. In that affidavit, there is blow-by-blow account on what happened 12 hours before Wafula Chebukati announced the results. And I just want to get what is really at the heart of this, so that we can also have a very good understanding on what exactly happened. He is saying that behind the backroom mobilization that was being done against those results started at 3 a.m. That is the Tuesday, Tuesday 15th, when Raphael Tuju, former Busia Senator Amos Wako, and Advocate Kielo Mbovu visited Wafula Chebukati. At this moment, I don't know whether Wafula Chebukati was at home or was at Bomas, but according to that affidavit is that Tuju, Amos Wako, and Kielo Mbovu talked to Chebukati at 3 a.m. and warned him against declaring William Ruto as the president-elect. So apart from that, even though we understand that at one point, of course, Tuju was at Bomas of Kenya. I think that was Tuesday midday, the 15th. Tuju and Deritu Muridhi were actually at Bomas of Kenya at some point. Now, in that affidavit, Abdi Guliye claims that National Security Advisory Council that was led by his principal administrative secretary in the office of President Kennedy Kihara, Solicitor General Kennedy Ogeto. I want to believe that Solicitor General, I think, is related on the other side of Attorney General. IG, Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai, and Vice Chief of Defense Forces Lieutenant General Francis Omondi Ogola. This delegation met Wafula, went there. Then the Deputy Inspector General of Police went and informed Wafula Chebukati. I just want us to get it, and us to get it right. Yes. An hour before Chebukati declared results, Deputy Inspector General of Police Nur Gabo went to the holding room and informed Abdi Guliye, that the team from National Security Advisory Council had arrived at the tallying center and wanted to meet Chebukati. Chebukati at that time was busy, but he indicated that he would convene a brief meeting with the commissioners at 2 p.m. regarding the final results, then listen to the visiting team. At that meeting, when Chebukati met Kihara, which I want to believe Abdi Guliye is reporting because probably he was part of that meeting, Kihara relayed their message that if the commission declared Ruto as president-elect, the country was not going to have, it was not going to sit well with the country. And now what what also captured my attention is what probably they're also saying, the National Advisory Council was telling Chebukati and the team that Kikuyu and Luo communities had started protesting in several slums, Mathare, on the basis of alleged betrayal by Kikuyus against Raila Odinga. And if you just want to know that some of these allegations are just roadside fabricated statements, that's my personal opinion though, that at that moment, the results had not been announced. I think this country was very peaceful. And even as now, this country is peaceful. The moment all over, there were praises all over from different sectors, even from media reportage, that the country was very peaceful and everyone was waiting for the results. So what do you think, even if this National Advisory Council was to go and talk to Chebukati, would that be a ground? Could they go and tell Chebukati that this is happening? See, it will be so blatant that they're trying to interfere. And I looked at that and said, oh, no. I don't think this is really what it is. Then, the skirmishes had started between communities in slums, several communities in slums, including Kibera and Mathare, on the basis of their on the basis of that betrayal. So, according to Abdi Guliye, there was a call for Chebukati not to announce the results, number one, because there were skirmishes that were going on. I think this needs to be, even if you are to give, some of these statements need to be recanted, because for me they don't hold. At that moment, that something like that I don't think was happening. Now, after the team left, Marjan Hussein walked in with the final results and handed a copy to all the commissioners, and the 4 commissioners protested and insisted the results should be changed in the light of what the delegation had said. Masita and Wanderi were of the view that the results should be pushed towards a rerun, which is in their view would be a win-win situation. Cherera then suggested the margin is not too big and could be manipulated by moving 300 and 233 votes from Ruto to the rejected ballots category. Now, so according to, I think, the affidavit by Abdi Guliye, when you read it, you just ask a question: who is he addressing? Is he addressing the case? Is he talking about the case, or he's telling us a composition? He's writing a composition about what happened in Bomas of Kenya. Because this information, if this is what happened, then they would have relayed it to the media. Why is it not ever come out? They have a communication department, they have everything. If there was a visit by that and they think this is something they were supposed to relay, because from where I'm seated, I don't know how this is directly really going to affect. This is directly responding to Raila Odinga. And so, in the light of this revelation, there are some few things that you can just pick up and you can just see the intention. Remember, it's coming after Cherera threw Chebukati under the bus. Nyang'aya spoke about the hacking comprehensively, but Wafula Chebukati and the other team seems not to be pursuing that. Now, the voice of Affidavit, The content of Abdi Guliye's affidavit seems to be in full defense of Wafula Chebukati and not even the commission. So what is this interest that is making it easy or making it them to focus on defending Chebukati and not the commission? Because at the end of the day, they worked at the commission. Now, what are you seeing from this? Kind ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I want to remind us, now today is 27, 8 days to the end of 15 days extension of Sarah Tieno's medical fundraiser that has been going on. For people who maybe are watching this for the first time and not know, in this channel I've been running support, part of corporate social responsibility, to help fundraise some 1 million to one of our subscriber who is suffering acute leukemia and is locked in Kenyatta Hospital. After the first 21 days challenge, we're in a position to cumulatively, with an insurance cover, paid 829,000, and the balance that remained is 215. So we did a 15 days extension on 21st of August, and it means now it's ending on 5th of September. I'm reaching out to you guys that let's just help push the last mile. As of now, we had reached 112,000, and I believe that we can still push this to the land. Asanteni sana for those who've been doing this. We've stood in this together, and I believe this will be a testament that all of us are going to tell that as Team Bold, we once achieved this. Through my channel, the number is 0710 62 78 89. Kevin Olo. You can also reach out directly to Sarah. There is a lot of support apart from even the monetary support, even the psychological support, and there are people who are going through the same and they can still talk. Her number is 0716 357 360, and I believe that when we come together, we are going to pull this, and on 5th we'll celebrate together when Sarah will be out of the hospital. I read this and I see a very good strategy to divert the attention from the real thing. While Abdi Guliye can be responding and telling the country, and for one, that response, I don't think it's even responding to Raila's case. I think it's just something for media consumption, which, okay, is fine. Instead of focusing on the results, because I think Raila Odinga's petition is very honest and is devoid of theatrics and drama, and is just questioning the integrity of results. Raila Odinga's petition is not challenging the fact that is not mentioning anywhere that he won and there was bid to him to be maybe to be announced, and maybe someone made a call. So this, I think Raila is not talking about the drama of what happened. Raila's petition is directly on the integrity of those results. So any other affidavit that should be sworn by the commission should actually tell and face the integrity of those results. It should not reduce, and that petition, I don't think, it should not be reduced to defending faces of people, defending people's signatures. Because from what I see, it's actually diverting this. And I'm not a lawyer. Someone might actually challenge me, tell me, so what Abdi Guliye is this affidavit, what is saying, how is it answering the fact that Form 34A was sent from a polling station as a JPEG and arrived at the portal as a PDF? Those are the answers that people want. That is the answer that we want. We don't want the dramas. That had already happened. At the end of the day, it was announced. So whether there was a National Security Council, or whether there was a teachers union, or there was political parties, agents, we are not into that drama. We want the answers, integrity of the results. And it's diversionary. I want to tell you why. This is diversionary because someone wants to push a narrative that Raila Odinga's Supreme Court move is just a deep state move. Actually, to deflate the move by Raila Odinga. Because if you look at what they are saying, they're talking about National Executive, National Security Advisory Council, which, okay, it's fine. So to some element, you can allow me call these teamers probably the deep set of the hour by then. When you tell the public this, the intention is to deflate Raila Odinga's push for election justice, so that Raila is not in the picture. And if you look at this, he's not responding to Raila's question, he's responding to a deep state under that. It seems that whichever this decision might come out, the commissioners are trying to say that Raila is going to court because in the interest of a deep state. That, however, that is what I think. I say the intention is to dilute the public interest in the case. And that's why I say that there's a bit, someone should be very careful, because kumbe walikuwa nataka watangaze Raila, so that someone do not see that Raila is going to court because of integrity of results. This affidavit is very consistent with what the UDA wing are saying. And listen to, I read part of their response. They're saying that Raila is saying the election was a sham, but at the same time he wants to be announced as president-elect. Now, this is what they're not telling you. They're not telling you how Raila wants to be announced president-elect. Raila is saying that, yes, election was a sham, I was rigged, so the valid votes should be retallied and the legitimate winner handed the certificate. That is what Raila is saying. For the Kenya Kwanza, they're not answering the issue of valid votes. They're only saying Raila wants to be announced president-elect. Then, Ruto team are responding saying that Raila wants a rerun. Abdi Guliye comes with the affidavit, says that Raila is interested in a rerun. The commissioners were pushing for a rerun after he won. This, to me, there is some consistency in it. And you can be tempted to think that the person who is writing these affidavits on either side for Deputy President William Ruto and the commission is one person or one law firm. Because there seems to be some consistency. Lastly, this is the bait. The commission is not responding to the real issues that are supposed to be addressed. Abdi Guliye is simply giving this affidavit as a populistic document to try to insinuate the fact that Raila Odinga's votes in Mount Kenya were suppressed. And according to him, this issue about Luo and Kikuyu communities fighting, I'm like, where is it that one is even coming from? That's not there. Hey, what alishatoka huko bana. We are past that. I think someone should tell Abdi Guliye we are really past that nonsense. So, I don't see someone coming up to say that Kikuyus and Luos wanted to fight. Honestly. We are above that one. We are above that. The country has grown. So, the intention is to insinuate that Raila did not get votes in Mount Kenya. So that is why already by the time the results were coming out, there was a narrative that did not get vote. To me, this is still consistent by the people who pitch for Ruto's win, saying that Raila did not win because he did not get votes in Mount Kenya. Where Raila got votes and did not get votes, not the question. I think, and I see this affidavit as just a populistic one. I'll be so interested to see on how this is going to be said in court, and someone is going to buy it saying that, okay, the integrity of results is answered by the question that there was a last minute push. And if, according to what Abdi Guliye is saying, is that if they will announce Raila Odinga as president-elect, they will be rewarded wholesomely. So if they rejected that offer, what did they get on the other side? It's both sides of the coin, and that's my bold. Let's meet in the next.